had a discussion with another YouTuber called No Bullshit over a video that he made. That guy was a fucking idiot.
Hello. Today we turn back to Netflix's show Dear White People. Unfortunately, for those of you who are new, here's a quick recap. I reviewed the trailer to the show Dear White People on Netflix a few months ago, and it's pretty much what you'd expect. It's typical anti-white propaganda bullshit, packed into a supposed comedy show. Well, I could see through that right away. But what some of you may not have known is that there were a good amount of comments on that video disagreeing with me, saying that this was just a trailer and the show is actually funny. Some even said it wasn't really racist at all because it's a parody. Well, today I'm gonna disprove that shit real quick. Today we've got a video from the cast and director of Dear White People. Here's our chance to see what they really think about race. The video is from an article on Huffington Post called Dear White People Director and Star Break Down Why Black People Can't Be Racist. What? You gotta be fucking kidding me. We've still got people in current year pushing this blacks can't be racist shit? I can't believe this. Oh my god, where am I? Is this the Twilight Zone? Well, I guess we better give them a chance to explain. Let's take a look. I'm gonna skip over all their other racist shit in the beginning and get right to the point.
Reverse racism. When a white person gets their feelings hurt by a joke that a black person might make about white people, okay, all right. You know, people got feelings, Logan. They have valid feelings.
I understand.
Is this a double standard that black people can be subjugated to racism and white people can't?
Right. Well, I mean, I think you have to start by understanding that Black people can't be racist. Black people can be prejudiced. They can be biased, but they can't be racist.
So they're not only saying blacks can't be racist, but they're also saying you can't be racist to white people. What a fucking joke. I really don't understand how people are stupid enough to think this is true. My only guess is that this is the way black people are raised now, or these people in the video are fucking idiots. This girl wasn't just told one day 2 weeks ago, oh hey, you know that word racism? That word we use to mean discriminating people by skin color? Yeah, no, that's not at all what it means anymore. Let's ignore the way that word was used for hundreds of years. Now we're gonna say that black people can't be racist. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Let's hear her try and explain.
And why is that?
Tell me.
Well, what is racism? Racism is the oppression of a marginalized group in a society that's based on white supremacy.
Whoa, wait, what? Where are you getting that from? It's not from the dictionary. I'm looking at the real definition right now. Racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race, believing one's own race is superior. It's not this made up shit Green Eyes is saying. There's nowhere in that definition that says black people can't be racist, and there's certainly no white supremacy going on here in America. Again, I think we've got an ignorant black woman here confusing the white majority in our country with white supremacy. This makes me wonder, where are these race-baiting black girls on YouTube getting these fake definitions from? And what's really surprising is other people think they can just change what words mean to fit their agendas. Like, what the fuck, Green Eyes? Do you think people don't have dictionaries or something? And it's pretty obvious you're deceiving yourself when your definition of racism not only excludes you from ever being able to be guilty, but it also pins all the guilt onto people you hate the most. Whites. It's a pretty brilliant strategy if you're talking to children who will believe anything, but anyone with two brain cells to rub together knows that black people can be racist. In fact, blacks are one of the most racist people I've ever seen. Besides African Americans hating on other black immigrants, and white people, and Asians, and browns. If you want another example, look no further than this embarrassing video on Huffington Post. These two are racist enough to have the balls to sit here and say all this racist shit on camera, trying to spread their anti-white message. It's actually pretty sad. The whole concept for their Dear White People show relies on them tearing down another race. And I could take jokes. I'm all for good fun. I fuck around all the time. But when you see the same people making these jokes say shit like living in a world of white supremacy, white privilege, and blacks can't be racist, well, that's a whole different story then. Those jokes they made at white people's expense have gone from good fun to passive-aggressive anger. Hell, it's hardly even passive anymore. It's just outright anti-white racism. These guys aren't joking for fun. They're ripping on white people because they hate us. Imagine the flip side of this for a minute. Imagine a white comedian makes a show called Dear Black People. In it, they make lots of disparaging jokes at the expense of blacks, while at the same time propping up their own race. This doesn't sound too bad. It's just a joke, right? This doesn't sound too bad until you hear the white comedian talk shit about black people in an interview, on the fly. Maybe they say nigger or something. Then this white comedian's jokes about black people, they go from good fun to very racist. Well, that's how we should feel about the Dear White People cast too. They're not making these jokes for good fun. They're doing them because they're racist and they hate whites.
Well,
NBD.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler alert.
If you are a white person, then you naturally benefit from white privilege.
Let's take a minute to look at this guy. Let me introduce you to someone. Here's Johnny. He's a young war veteran with PTSD. He served our country in combat for over 7 years. Now that he's retired and can't get a job, he begs for change off the 405 freeway night and day, hoping to make enough to buy a burrito before he dies of starvation. Oh, but Johnny is also white, so he's benefiting from that white privilege. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Anyone can hate somebody because of what race they are, and bigotry is really awful. But the thing is, racism, like you said, it's systemic. It's baked into our society.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't oppressed, I'm sorry. By the way, it's not as good as it sounds. You don't want to be oppressed.
That's pretty ironic. I mean, we're not oppressed. Sure, I don't think I'm oppressed either, but neither are these two racist fucks in the video. They're sitting in Hollywood studios making millions of dollars off their anti-white racism. I don't care if their show's trying to be funny. These two are racist, perpetuating racist ideas, and they need to fucking stop. You're not oppressed, you assholes. Stop playing the victim. You're fucking rich.
Yeah, why do you want this thing? This thing that's caused us to be murdered, and why do you want this so badly?
Well, this gets even more ironicer. This girl says, why do we want to be oppressed so badly? Bitch, why do you want to be oppressed so badly? You're the one trying to claim victim status, not us. This girl is clearly a fucking airhead. She thinks when people call her out for not being oppressed, they're trying to be oppressed themselves. No, we're just saying you're not fucking oppressed. No one's oppressed in America. It's 2017.
So, you know, what I guess you're saying, and what I think I'm saying too, is when it comes to racism, there really is no double standard.
There is no double standard.
Oh, there's plenty of double standards here. You guys just said blacks can't be racist for doing the same thing as racist white people. That's like the definition of a double standard, you moron. Jesus Christ. I can't tell if these two are being manipulative or they're just fucking stupid. Probably both. And let's be real here. Blacks can be racist, okay? Anyone can. And black people are not inherently oppressed either. Stop trying to be professional victims. No one is feeling sorry for you guys in your rich fat cat Hollywood mansions. Even going by this girl's own standards, blacks can still be racist. She says blacks can't be racist because they're the oppressed minority. Well, I disagree, but let's just say that's true. Let's say blacks are the oppressed minority in America. Now, are you forgetting about all the other countries in the world? Because there are majority black countries out there in Africa and the Caribbean. So even by your logic, blacks can be racist in those majority countries because you are saying the people in the majority are automatically the oppressors, or I don't know, some shit like that. Either way, you're wrong. And how come this half black bitch with green white mama eyes, how come she gets to claim full black victimhood? By their logic, she should be getting both black victimization and white privilege. Those cancel each other out if you ask me. Let me put it this way. If you made a golden retriever with a German shepherd, are the children going to be golden retrievers? No, they would be mixed breeds. But for some reason, when it comes to race in America, mixed black people always go full black without any questions. Well, I've got questions, lady. Where the fuck did you get those green eyes from? That's cultural appropriation if you ask me. And earlier in this video, I didn't show it, but earlier in this video, they were saying white people can't say nigga. Well, if that's true, I'm gonna say blacks can't have our green eyes, since we're claiming stuff. And I normally wouldn't give a shit if a celebrity claimed to be black or white, but when this Logan Browning bitch is all in your face with her anti-white racism, I have to question her. And I think it's funny how the least black looking person ever is acting so African American and oppressed. In fact, oftentimes in her other shows and on her Instagram, Logan doesn't even look black at all. She'll straighten her hair and wash out her skin with filters. You wouldn't even know she was black if it wasn't for her playing it up in this dear white people shit. Now that I think of it, it seems like they had to dress her up to actually even look black. Look at this tweezed out afro hair she has here. Well, her hair's never usually like that. Apparently she only wants to look black when they pay her to for a crappy Netflix show, or when she's trying to claim black victimhood. There's a lot more to their video, but it's just the same old tired black people bullshit. Basically, blacks are all never-ending victims of never-ending racism, and that's the explanation for everything. And don't say nigga, that's their word. More racist shit like that. I put the link in the description if you want to see more, but I think it's already pretty clear. I was spot on about these dear white people assholes. They didn't make their show just for fun or for laughs. They hate white people and wanted to find a way to make money while tearing them down. Seems like this interview was a slight reaction reaction to this sentiment in the public, kind of calling out their racism. And what's the best response the Dear White People cast could come up with when people call them out for being racist? All they could say was, but white people have lots of stuff. I'm not racist. Oh, and black people can't even be racist. Fucking hell. Maybe if these two went on the internet once in a while, they would know that their lame arguments have been debunked for years. What do you guys think? Can black people be racist? Is Logan Browning a fake black bitch? Comment below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time.